unveiling any promotional image of AI Limit, the underlying technical prowess is laughably pale. The attack and defense hit detection is nothing short of a catastrophe. The player's blade often grazes past enemies, yet triggers damage, while raising a shield to defend is like a gamble. Successful if the system is in a good mood, broken through if it's not. This isn't some profound issue with mechanism design. It's a fundamental failure to implement even the most basic collision detection correctly. What's even more egregious is the development attitude. The developers admitted to using pre-made game project files similar to templates like Invector, which is tantamount to admitting their core gameplay is a mere reskin. Their so-called development likely amounted to haphazardly stacking models and scenes from free asset libraries onto someone else's codebase, like playing with Lego. Glaringly low-effort errors like character model clipping and stiff facial expressions in cutscenes are everywhere, suggesting the team couldn't even be bothered to perform a single thorough check. The sheer level of negligence is breathtaking.
In terms of content, AI Limit perfectly exemplifies drawing a tiger but ending up with a dog. Its core premise, humanity being destroyed by the robots it created, is wholesale lifted from near automatas and Stellar Blade's superficial settings. However, it only copied the PMA, fur or surface, completely losing the soul. It possesses none of Nier's profound exploration of humanity and existential philosophy, and is utterly devoid of Stellar Blade's nuanced depiction of individual lives in a post-apocalyptic world. The final result is a hollow narrative with chaotic character logic, characters as mere plot devices, and dialogue that is childishly simplistic. Its level design is the disaster within the disaster. All the side quests, especially the so-called Little Girl's True Ending, does AI Limit's level design have dynamic interaction, immersion, audiovisual cues, or light guidance? Implicit guidance? Even the guidance for a simple Little Girl's True Ending wasn't done properly. A transparent elevator bridge is particularly infuriating in its design. No visual, auditory, or light guidance, nor any mechanical hints whatsoever. There's zero dynamic interaction. Even Dark Souls requires finding keys or opening doors from the other side. How can any side quest have no hint that you need to go to this tower, and this bridge's existence is practically impossible to know without a guide? There's no sound or perspective leading you there. Would it have been so hard for anyone in the Little Girl's True Ending questline to mention needing to find a bridge to an elevator? Or to design a mechanism where activating it reveals the bridge? Or even implicit guidance, like placing an enemy near the elevator door to make you realize you can go there and then figure out how? All you see is some color on the bridge below, and the elevator bridge's placement is poorly conceived anyway. The entire Little Girl's side quest fundamentally lacks any guidance, and the same goes for the linked side quests of the red-skinned uncle and the coffined old man. Not a single side quest has good guidance. The existence of that transparent elevator bridge is a complete failure in design, devoid of any interactive elements or guidance. If you stubbornly insist guidance exists, it's fundamentally inadequate. Furthermore, anyone playing through the first time without a guide will find their true ending quests inexplicably broken without knowing why. The character locations for side quests and the quest narratives themselves are poorly implemented and lack proper guidance. And the problematic level design isn't confined to just this one spot. I haven't even mentioned route design, camera shot guidance, or light guidance through the camera perspective. AI Limit has zero interactive mechanisms for exploration. The utter lack of audio guidance and implicit guidance is somehow praised by some as level design. Moreover, AI Limit is priced deceptively, like $100 fine wine concocted from free tap water. A game's value should correspond to its development cost and final quality. AI Limit uses a plethora of free assets and pre-made projects, incurring almost zero cost in art, music, modeling, and rendering, yet has the audacity to brazenly set a price of $44.99 Canadian dollars. I ask you, where are your costs? Where is your sincerity? Compare it to Clair Obscur Expedition 33, priced at $64.99 Canadian dollars. The volume of its art assets, the completeness of its levels, and the polish of its systems are more than enough to grind AI limit into the dust. This is like a beverage priced at $100 whose ingredients are merely water and sugar. You can say, I just love drinking sugar water, but you cannot deny its extremely low cost, and you certainly cannot deceive consumers into believing it's a nectar brewed from expensive ingredients. AI Limit is precisely exploiting an information gap, selling content it fundamentally did not create and which fails to meet standards, at the price of a finished, quality product. This is blatant consumer fraud. If I gave you 20 Canadian dollars, could AI Limit's art and music quality meet the standard of Expedition 33? How dare AI Limit sell for the price of content it hasn't made? How dare AI Limit sell for the price of a game it hasn't made and hasn't brought up to standard? Does this mean those AI-generated mini-games that involve no real work can also be sold at high prices? Made in China games are not your fig leaf for scamming money. Your status as an impoverished indie developer is not your justification for selling an unfinished product at a high price. You get what you pay for. If this model of AI assets plus reskinned project can sell for $44.99 Canadian dollars, then the entire indie game market will collapse utterly, and no one will be willing to invest time and real money into earnest creation anymore. AI Limit's fandom defense. Imagine a line built on cyberbullying and doxing. The most chilling aspect is how AI Limit and its supporters handle criticism. When I, along with many other players, pointed out the aforementioned issues based on facts, we were met not with rational discussion, but with organized insults, mass reporting, personal attacks, and even illegal doxing, exposing personal private information. They attempt to use the laughable logic of, you could do better, or you've never touched a game engine, so you have no right to criticize, by stripping players of their right to evaluate. By this logic, someone who hasn't studied refrigeration can't criticize a faulty fridge, and someone who isn't a chef can't call food disgusting. This is purely sophistry, aimed at obscuring the fatal flaws of the work itself, muddying the waters to perpetuate the scam. AI Limit is a product that is utterly bankrupt technically, content-wise, and morally. It cobbles together a shoddy product, barely qualifying as half-finished, from pre-made project files, free online assets, and a plagiarized narrative framework, yet has the audacity, through marketing and fandom violence, to package itself as a 64.99 Canadian dollars shining example of Chinese indie gaming. And I was cyberbullied, insulted, and doxxed by fans of AI Limit. And their comments were racist towards Canadians. So if you love games and want a better gaming industry, you should stop, buy, and support AI Limit. Here is evidence that I have been cyberbullied, insulted, and doxxed by AI Limit fans. And comments were racist against Canadians. And they've already doxed me, so I'm not afraid to share the evidence on my YouTube. They also tried to spread rumors to attack me in order to protect their AI Limit unfinished, high-priced game.